sweaty. It's hot here today.
It is hot here today. It's supposed to be like 99 tomorrow.
I don't agree with this.
It's October, people. Hey, we had a really good question come in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back it up.
Can you believe it?
Who in the world are you?
I am Kat Kom. Who are you?
Well, I am with Studio Sweat on Demand, and I'm Bethany.
This is going to be an extremely articulate vlog, I can tell.
And she's going to make me say some big words today.
I am. I'm going to read the question to you in just a second, but I want you to tell me what DRAM stands for. And I want you to read that word right there.
Shut up.
That is the same look that I had when I read it.
Diastasis recti.
Very good. That was actually really hard for me to say
Bam.
at the same time. You nailed it. High five.
All right. I haven't seen this one before either.
Abdominal.
Splitting, separating.
Muscles. DRAM. So what that means is when you're pregnant, your abs basically break in two. Thanks, kids. Okay.
Or when you're extremely obese, that can happen too.
It can. It's more common in pregnancies.
Oh yeah.
So in about 30%, and that's a lot, 3 in 10 women have this happen to them, okay? And Christine Dell from Melbourne, Australia wrote in this to us. I've been an addicted SSOD All Access Pass member for the last 18 months or so, but out of necessity so far, I've had to limit myself mainly to straight up spin classes. I'm super keen to try spin core, but always reluctant as I have abdominal separation after 2 kids. And she hears that doing core work can actually make it worse. So I'm not gonna go into the rest, but she's talking about DRAM, and she does reference that. So what she's asking us is, can she do spin core classes? Can she do core exercises at all? Can she do full body workouts, stuff like that? So can she do spin core and spin sculpt classes, okay? And maybe how can I make this better, without surgically correcting it? So that's what we're here to talk about.
Awesome.
Interesting, I was one of those women, one of the 30% that happened to on my 3rd pregnancy. So it didn't happen my first 2. And I think it happened because I had a really bad case of bronchitis when I was pregnant with Chloe. And that coughing is really explosive and violent. And I think they were already weakened from the first couple of pregnancies probably, as strong as I got them, but they just split right in half when I was pregnant with Chloe towards the last trimester. So how about you? Did you have it?
I'm split a little bit.
Yes. Okay, very good. So you're looking at 2 people sitting here together that have experienced the same problem, and I totally get it.
I'm still split.
I wouldn't say that I'm split anymore. Mine are bedded all the way together, but it did take a while before. And I do know a lot of people that have had it surgically corrected. But part of that is because they didn't put the time into doing it the natural way. They bring them together naturally. So if you have more than a 2-finger width split, and you can kind of tell, like when you're laying on the ground, you can actually put your fingers there and see, is it wider? Because there's this little peak that comes up where your insides are basically pushing out because your abdominal wall has weakened and separated.
I feel like we're like in the movie, what is that one movie, Alien, where the alien comes out of the lady's tummy? That's us right now.
That's right now or then?
Well, like that thing coming out of your stomach,
Right.
your innards coming out is the alien.
Mine are
guy.
bedded all the way together now, okay? So first of all, can you do core exercises? You can. You can do core exercises, but you want to avoid any of those exercises that basically bulge that area. So if I'm doing a crunch, for example, that's what not to do because you're bulging that area, and you want to get the abdominal walls a little bit closer together before you can go back to doing some of those. Okay, so any exercise, and I'm not going to go into them all. You can Google what not to do when I have
There's a
DRAM.
list.
Yeah, there is, and what you can do. But that's the gist of it. If it bulges that area, you probably want to avoid it.
I think a full sit-up was one of them.
A full sit-up, a crunch, bicycle.
Yeah.
Those kinds of traditional.
My favorite ones.
Me too. Yeah. Those type of kind of traditional core exercises probably not going to be the best for you. But there's a lot that you can do. Planks. You can do any of the plank exercises, for example. So that don't limit yourself to not doing spin core. Just if we're doing an exercise in a spin core class that is going to bulge that area, and you're still in that stage where you're not ready for that, just do a variation. Do something else on your own, because there's going to be a lot of exercises that you can do. Okay, let me show you, with Bethany's help, some of the things that you can do in the early stages of DRAM when you're not pregnant anymore, you're postpartum. Some of the things that you can do to actually.
I wish I'd known about these 3 after my kids were born, because I totally would have done them to start helping. I just had no I had no idea my core was split, and I really didn't know what I should be doing, and I wish I wish I had known. So you guys are kind of lucky.
Yeah, you are. You're so lucky to have us today. All right. So let's show them some of these exercises, and then we'll sign off. All right. So exercise number 1 is actually pretty simple. All that she's going to do is just lift her head off the ground, and when she lifts her head off the ground, it's going to tighten that core in the deeper abdominals, and that's what you're looking to kind of correct is the deeper abdominals, not the surface abdominals. So she'll just literally hold this for like 10 seconds, and she'll do it several times throughout the day. So let's say she drops down and she's doing this, she'll do it for like a 10-second hold. Okay, rest, come back up, do it for another 10 seconds. Okay, and you might do that 5 times, 3 times a day. Okay, until it's corrected.
You could do these at like commercial breaks, you guys.
Yeah, you could. Commercial
Totally,
break.
like lay on the floor.
Now, to advance it, and this isn't going to seem like an extreme difference, but one thing that you can do to advance it is you can lift your hands up off of the ground. Lift your chin just a little bit, Bethany. That way she's keeping her traps nice and relaxed. These guys right here. Same exact thing. Lift and hold for like 10 seconds. Do it like 5 times, a few times a day. Now, once you've done that and you're feeling really good, you can actually strengthen the glutes and the hips by doing a bridge. And believe it or not, strengthening the glutes and the hips is a really important means for bringing that abdominal split together because it's all connected, people. So all she's going to do is with her hands down, she's just going to lift those hips up, squeezing those glutes, okay? Same thing, hold it for like 10 seconds, do it like 5 times. So those are some very basic, you can sit up, Beth. Those are some very basic but really effective exercises that you can do to bring your abdominal walls back together,
Get
people.
it together, people.
Get it together, okay? And once they're closer than those 2 fingers apart, maybe you can start adding in those other exercises that you see in the spin core classes or your ab attack classes. Until that point, though, just keep doing those other exercises and try to bring it together naturally before you go the surgery route.
She also asked about spin sculpt classes. I would tell her not to steer clear of those because you need the strength training in your body. We do a full body, so we'll hit everything. So add those in also, and I think you'll see a big difference in your strength altogether.
You're so right. There's such a good reason that I have you join me in these. Okay. First of all, you're really cute. Secondly, you bring up really good points. Because think about what I just said, you want to strengthen everything around your core, right? So that's why those spin sculpts are so effective and helpful, and I think that's really part of the reason that you and I have brought our abdominal walls back together the natural way.
For these amazing calorie torching, fat burning classes, check out Studio Sweat on Demand.